So if you want to add a handbrake to the Xbox X or an Xbox S, you can buy this drive hub from Collective Minds, and it doesn't come with an instruction manual, and you have to download your own. So I printed it in colour, because why not? And even if you print the manual, it doesn't even mention Xbox X or S. So it tells you how to connect to Xbox One, how to connect to PlayStation 4, connection to PC. The LED lights, by the way, only work on PlayStation 4, but nowhere does it mention in here Xbox X or S, Xbox One, Xbox 360. But their website says list of compatible platforms, Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S. Since I bought this thing, it's never worked, and I contacted them and they said, yeah, try updating the software. Then they said I had bought the wrong handbrake. So there is a list of things on here that it supports. So one of these is the Logitech G920, which is what I got. And the handbrake, I bought the wrong handbrake, admittedly, the first time around. I looked like this handbrake I had. And they said, well, it doesn't mean you've genuinely got that one. So I bought this one, which is on their approved list. And it still didn't work. And I contacted them again, and they said, well, the team are looking into it. And I haven't heard anything for 4 weeks. This has been going on for nearly a year, I think. So I contacted the team again today, and I said, what's happening? Because I haven't heard anything. And they said, well, maybe you've got a counterfeit handbrake, even though I bought it from the manufacturer. So they said, well, maybe the problem is your end. Maybe it's the way you're connecting it. So admittedly, the first time I ever connected this thing, it didn't work. And I contacted technical, and they said, no, you need a controller plugged in. You must have a controller, like a gamepad plugged in. So I plugged the gamepad in. That doesn't work. So I contacted them back, and they said, no, you don't have a controller plugged in. It'll work. So I don't have the controller plugged in, and it still didn't work. But in their instructions you print, there it mentions no Xbox X or S. So it doesn't work. On their instructions don't work for that. But their website does go over how to connect it. So I'm going to read the instructions now, and I'm going to go and connect it and video it. This is for their team, but this is also for anybody else who wants to buy one of these. I would hang fire for a minute. If at some point this gets resolved and it works, I will delete this video and put another video up and show you how to connect it and how it works. But currently, it doesn't work. They asked me to do a data dump from USB with this handbrake plugged in, and they said, yeah, the team are working on it, and I didn't know how to do that. I don't know if the average person would know how to do that. I'm not computer literate. I had no idea how to do that, so I got a robot engineer over. He did it and sent it to him, and it still doesn't work. So I asked them this morning, has anyone tried this on an Xbox X or S with a handbrake? And does it work? And if it does, tell me what handbrake you're using, and I'll buy that handbrake. No, it's my fault with the way I've connected it. So let's go through and connect this thing up. We're going to pull it up on the website because it shows you on the website how to connect it. And I'm going to connect it on video and film the whole thing so that their guys can see. And if it's a problem on my end, then I'll make another video praising the thing. But at the moment, it don't work. It's a black box. I've read 10 YouTube comments so far from people saying it does not work on Xbox X and S. I don't know what handbrakes they were using. I've got two handbrakes, so I'm going to try both. I've got two Xbox S's. But I can try them both as well if need be. But let's read the instructions quick, and then we'll swap to the driving rig. So I couldn't find the instructions after going on the website, but it doesn't say the console has to be off, so I'm going to plug it in. Should enter race mode. Flashing lights like that. So that's in race mode. If you plug in the steering wheel into the wheel controller, you get a G920 come up, which is right. And then you get an E, which I don't remember having before. But if you unplug it, and then plug it back in that one, which is controller, it works fine. G920, so it recognises the G920. So we're going to go with the handbrake, which is on their recommended list first. And you plug that in, I would guess, into the only one that's left, which is accessory. So that's now plugged in. So then you go to, this is WRC. So you go to bind. So what happens is you got 4 seconds, you pull the handbrake, and nothing. If this handbrake is plugged into a PC, the PC recognises it. You can see you've got a light on in there. You pull it on the PC and you can go into all the settings on the PC, and this PC knows this handbrake is plugged in. I've also got this handbrake, which looks like one of the ones on their list, but might not actually be the right one on their list. But for the sake of having it, let me plug this one in. So we'll unplug that. We'll plug this one in. That one too has got a light in it. Go to bind. Nothing. Absolutely zip. So it looks to me like the force feedback and that does work properly on this. If you use it, leave this plugged in, it drives perfectly. If you plug a controller in, the force feedback is all messed up. But it does say on their website somewhere that you don't have a controller plugged in for the Xbox S, which is what that is. This one's exactly the same. I've got 2 Xbox S's. I've tried it on both, and neither of them work. So if there is a handbrake that works for this, if anyone's got it to work, what handbrake are they using? Because you can only use the handbrake if it worked with a game where you can bind it. So this is, there's Dirt 5, there's WRC, there's Forza, Assetto Corsa. All of them you can assign a thing. So if I just press on the steering wheel to bind, if I press B on the steering wheel, there you go, instantly it says B is now the handbrake. So if I want to change it again, I can unbind that and then bind, and then I'll plug this handbrake back in. We've got a light on it, pull the handbrake, jack all. So as far as I'm concerned, this thing does not work. I've tried everything, going through all the different suggestions. They've updated the software. After about the 3rd message, I said to them it didn't work. They said, yeah, the team are looking at it, they're going to update the software. And they said, okay, now re-update the software. So you will need a PC to connect this to update the software, which does nothing for Xbox X and S. But say the instructions do not mention Xbox X or S at all, the ones you download. But their website says it works with Xbox X and S. This is a 920, it says it works with 920. And this is the handbrake, one of the handbrakes that's on their list that they say works. Quite clearly it don't. So if anyone has got this to work, let me know.